The city was buzzing with excitement as football legends lived side by side in a world where anything could happen. At the center of town stood the most popular restaurant around, owned by none other than Lionel Messi. The restaurant had become famous for its delicious singara and kamcha dishes, attracting visitors from every corner of the city. Families lined up every day just to taste Messi's special recipes, and his business was thriving. Messi had worked hard to build his dream. Every morning, he greeted customers with a smile and made sure everyone enjoyed their meals. His restaurant wasn't just a business, it was a symbol of dedication and success. People admired him for turning a simple food shop into a massive attraction. However, not everyone was happy about Messi's success. Across town, Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland watched as crowds gathered outside Messi's restaurant day after day. Their own food ventures struggled to attract customers, and jealousy slowly began to take over. The more successful Messi became, the more frustrated they felt. One evening, Mbappe sat in a quiet room discussing a plan with Haaland. "We can't let Messi keep all the customers," Mbappe said. Haaland nodded. "Everyone talks about his restaurant. Nobody even notices ours anymore." The two rivals spent hours thinking about ways to take down Messi's business. Eventually, they came up with a dangerous and dishonest plan. Meanwhile, King Cristiano Ronaldo ruled the city with fairness and authority. Known for his leadership and confidence, Ronaldo was respected by everyone. Whenever he appeared in public, he wore an elegant black suit that perfectly matched his royal status. His presence alone commanded attention. King Ronaldo believed in justice above everything else. Whether dealing with football disputes or city problems, he always made decisions based on evidence and truth. One busy afternoon, Messi's restaurant was packed with customers. People laughed, ate, and enjoyed themselves. Business was better than ever. That was when Mbappe and Haaland secretly entered the restaurant disguised as ordinary customers. Nobody recognized them. While Messi was busy serving guests, the two rivals quietly moved toward the kitchen area. Hidden from view, they carried out their wicked plan. They secretly contaminated several food trays, hoping customers would become sick and blame Messi. After finishing their sabotage, they quickly left without being noticed. Hours later, chaos erupted. Customers began feeling ill. Rumors spread throughout the city at lightning speed. News reporters rushed to cover the story. Social media exploded with accusations. Within hours, Messi's beloved restaurant became the center of a massive scandal. People demanded answers. Authorities launched an investigation. The situation became so serious that it eventually reached King Ronaldo. Sitting in his royal office, dressed in his signature black suit, Ronaldo listened carefully as advisors explained the situation. "Your Majesty," one advisor said, "many citizens believe Messi knowingly served contaminated food." Ronaldo frowned. "Belief is not proof," he replied calmly. "I want facts." But public pressure continued to grow. Crowds gathered outside Messi's restaurant demanding justice. Some people defended Messi. Others called him guilty. The city became divided. Eventually, Ronaldo ordered Messi to appear before the royal court for questioning. The announcement shocked everyone. When the day arrived, thousands gathered outside the courthouse. Messi looked worried as he arrived. Reporters surrounded him. Cameras flashed everywhere. Inside the courtroom, King Ronaldo sat at the center wearing a perfectly tailored black suit. His expression remained serious and professional. "Messi," Ronaldo began, "your restaurant stands accused of serving contaminated food. What do you have to say?" Messi stood tall despite the pressure. "I am innocent," he said firmly. "I would never harm my customers. Someone is trying to destroy my business." The crowd murmured. Some believed him. Others remained skeptical. The investigation continued for days. Detectives examined food samples. Experts analyzed evidence. Witnesses were interviewed. Security footage was collected from nearby businesses. Despite all efforts, no clear answer emerged. Then, something unexpected happened. A young delivery worker came forward. He claimed to have seen two suspicious figures entering Messi's restaurant shortly before the contamination incident. Investigators immediately took interest. The witness provided detailed descriptions. As detectives compared information with available footage, shocking clues began to emerge. The mysterious visitors looked remarkably similar to Mbappe and Haaland. Authorities dug deeper. More camera recordings were discovered. Additional witnesses stepped forward. Piece by piece, the truth began to surface. Mbappe and Haaland grew nervous. They realized their secret was slowly unraveling. King Ronaldo ordered a special review of all surveillance footage. The entire city waited anxiously. Finally, the crucial video was recovered. The footage clearly showed Mbappe and Haaland sneaking into restricted areas of the restaurant. Gasps filled the courtroom. The evidence was undeniable. For a moment, complete silence filled the room. Then the crowd erupted. People could hardly believe what they were seeing. Messi had been telling the truth all along. The contamination wasn't his fault. He had been framed. Mbappe and Haaland looked stunned. Their plan had failed. King Ronaldo watched the footage carefully before standing from his chair. The courtroom immediately fell silent. Everyone waited for his decision. After reviewing all evidence, Ronaldo spoke. The truth has been revealed. His voice echoed through the chamber. Lionel Messi is innocent. Cheers exploded throughout the courtroom. Messi supporters celebrated. Many people who had doubted him felt ashamed. But Ronaldo wasn't finished. Turning toward Mbappe and Haaland, he continued. You deliberately sabotaged a business and endangered innocent people. Your actions created fear, damaged reputations, and threatened public safety. Neither player could defend themselves. The evidence was overwhelming. Ronaldo delivered his verdict. Mbappe and Haaland would face severe penalties under city law. Their businesses would be suspended while investigations continued, and they would be required to compensate those affected by their actions. The courtroom erupted once again. Justice had prevailed. Outside, thousands celebrated Messi's innocence. News channels broadcast the verdict live. Headlines spread across the world. Messi cleared. Ronaldo reveals the truth. Mbappe and Haaland exposed. The story became the biggest news event of the year. Days later, Messi reopened his restaurant. The response was incredible. Customers returned in record numbers. Long lines stretched around the block. Many people came specifically to support him after everything he had endured. Inside the restaurant, Messi thanked everyone for believing in him. His staff worked harder than ever. Business reached new heights. Meanwhile, Mbappe and Haaland faced widespread criticism. They publicly apologized for their actions and accepted responsibility. Although many people remained angry, others hoped they would learn from their mistakes and become better individuals. King Ronaldo continued overseeing the city with fairness and wisdom. Wearing his iconic black suit, he remained a symbol of justice and leadership. Citizens praised his refusal to rush judgment. Had he listened only to rumors, an innocent man could have lost everything. Instead, Ronaldo demanded evidence and allowed the truth to emerge. The entire city learned an important lesson. Rumors can spread quickly. Accusations can seem convincing. But real justice requires facts, patience, and honesty. Messi's journey became an inspiration to many. Even when the world doubted him, he refused to give up. He trusted that the truth would eventually come out. And in the end, it did. As the sun set over the city, Messi stood outside his thriving restaurant, watching happy customers enjoy their meals once again. Across town, Mbappe and Haaland reflected on the consequences of their choices. And in the royal palace, King Cristiano Ronaldo looked out over the city, knowing that justice had been served. The scandal that once threatened to destroy lives had become a powerful reminder that truth always finds its way to the surface. No matter how carefully deception is planned, honesty eventually wins. And that is why the story of Messi's restaurant, Mbappe and Haaland's betrayal, and King Ronaldo's search for truth became one of the most unforgettable legends the city had ever known. The end.